taxes, inflation, and the breakdown of the family are causing us to fall behind. We have the lowest net worth in the United States, and I'm sure those numbers cross the border as well.
Some people get the disability tax credit and they don't open the registered disability savings plan, and that's where the government puts in all the money of grants and bonds for a person with a disability who has done all the steps. Some people don't do all the steps.
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations 2020. No, I did it again. 2018 Best Innovation Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association, and 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. And I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that team, reached out directly and indirectly, have reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. As always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. And good morning. It is November 15th, 2024, halfway through the month of November. And yesterday I was chatting with my next door neighbor. We hadn't chatted for a while, and he updated me on a whole bunch of things. Him and his wife have two wonderful daughters, and one of the daughters got married about a year and a half ago, had a child, and now they're expecting their second child in March. So I congratulated them on that. And then the younger daughter got engaged with her fiance in Japan, and they're going to Greece for a wedding. So that is a lot on the plate. Good morning, Mini on Cam. How are you this morning? I just mentioned your name in our production conversation, saying looking forward to having you back on in the next 2 weeks from today. So let's look at some things here. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please, if you're up to it, subscribe to the channel. We're a few away from 1,560 subscribers. So let's get it done. All right. To advertise your business, product, or service on, any of the platforms that I'm a part of, please email me at dr.vibe at the VIBESHOW.com. Also, join the Morning Vibe Discord group. And I have been lax. I really got to get that done. There's so many great replays that I need to put up in that Discord group. So for those who are watching, periodically in the comment section saying, Dr. Vibe, have you updated the Discord group? I need that, a reminder and that accountability. Oh, he is in the room. He is in the room. He is in the room. Welcome, Ryan Knight. Just before I give you proper bowing, you can catch a lot of stuff that we do together and some of the stuff I do on my own, hosting Epic Conversations on Indie Soup Media. It's a great independent content creators platform with over 40 content creators, independent content creators, and driven by Dr. Tachi, our friend from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So go check out Indie Soup Media. Good morning, Ryan Knight. How are you?
Hey, things are well. Things are well. Always good to see you, brother.
Right back at you too. What's been going on in your world?
What has been going on? It is, I feel like a full administrative week, checking on, where payments are coming out of in the bank account, canceling subscriptions, trying to winterize the house and check what needs to be done.
Oh, there's lots of things, but let's say hello to JJ Mars in Colorado. Good morning, JJ Mars. Hope you are fine and safe. Thanks for your continued support. So, okay, so we don't have any friends joining us today, so it's just myself and Ryan today, but he just downloaded a whole pile of stuff. So you talked about canceling accounts. What accounts are you canceling?
Like these subscription service, streaming services, for one. I've been checking these. So at one given time, and I was looking at my bank statement, so we had Netflix, we had Disney Plus, we had Crave, we have Hulu was a trial, so I was able to cancel that. And what was the other one? There was some, it's like Teletoon. but they call it something else. But one of those cartoon subscription ones.
Wow.
So it added up to like $112. So you're thinking, oh, you stop using cable, but now you a la carte added up all the channels that you used to have on cable, and you're still paying the same thing. So, and then with those streaming, you don't get the news. So it's like you might as well just keep your cable.
Well, you know what's interesting, and I hope that Dr. Tachi comes in, because she, a number of years ago, was very proactive in telling people, cut the cord, cut your streaming services, because you have all these services, and do you really take advantage of them?
Well, and that's where, because before, let's say when Netflix first came out, it would have stuff from Disney, Marvel. It would have stuff from NBC. I remember they had Seinfeld on there, so it was big. They had The Office. And then when NBC realizes, oh, we can just do this ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Disney realizes, oh, we can just do this ourselves. Paramount realizes, oh, we can just do this ourselves. Then it went from one that had something unique to now four that to get what you want, you have to go to four different places. And it just, the allure of it is now gone. And the savings definitely are gone.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that. Like, I don't have cable. I have IPTV, the box.
Okay, yes.
And I pay $12 a month for that.
Okay. And you find it has all the shows.
You know what? For what I need, it's fine. And I don't watch a lot of TV. Like, my TV watching hardcore is like food shows.
Right.
Crime mystery, like things like Dateline, 48 Hours, that sort of stuff I watch. So I don't watch it a lot, you know, and of course, and then it has the stuff you can watch on demand. Like, so people, funny enough, I love watching whatchamacallit, Hell's Kitchen.
I am a big fan. Well, more so Kitchen Nightmares for me. I'm a big fan of Kitchen
Nightmares.
You know,
both were good.
Both are good, yeah.
Both are good, and you know, it's really really comments come out. Yeah, I just find it entertaining, like watching those chefs, and some of the things they do, and they don't realize who they're dealing with Gordon Ramsay. It just like so let's get back here. Minnie on Cam says 141.25 my internet service, including 5 TV with news. Wow.
So that's just Bell. Oh wow, that's heavy.
So this is the thing for me. So with my subscription to my IPTV, that covers a whole year.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because it's $12 a month times 12 is $144. And the nice thing with IPTV, you can just take the box to different TVs and just plug it in. Right. So it's interesting. Also, we've got Frequency Event Promotions. Good day, Dr. Vibe and Ryan. You're back on the promo beat. I see you're sending out emails for your upcoming events, your networking stuff.
Oh, cool.
Good morning. The Macmillan Group says, good morning, gentlemen. Get an amplified digital antenna. You will get all the major news channels, plus your smart TV should give you about 100 free channels. It's interesting. My dad has... on his smart TV, he doesn't use any box, and I don't know on one of them he may or not, but he gets a lot of channels just old school way.
Okay, yeah, because I noticed there's a good amount of free ones that come with TVs now. So I saw like CBC Gem, Roku, Tubi. Although I'm kind of boycotting Tubi. I don't know. Like I think we boycotted it together.
Well, be careful, because I don't know if they are free. Because I know on one of my old TCL, no promo, just saying the name. They offered channels like this, and this, and you have to subscribe to them. So they may say,
but there's a mix. Yeah, there's definitely paid ones in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Frequency Event Promotion says, it's funny, I'm trying to cancel DTV, but it's quite challenging to cancel the subscription. Joke is though it was quite easy to sign up. You know, and that's I don't know what it's like in Canada, but in the US they put some legislation during the Biden administration to make it easier to cancel subscriptions, because it seems that it is a pain in the, I'll just say, neck. Other people may say other extremities.
Try to get them on the phone. That is like you're trying to do a Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, man, just to find a phone number on their website. And worse, like because they'll keep sending you, oh, just talk to the bot or talk to the chat. And then you tell the chat is like, I want to talk to somebody. And they're like, oh, does not compute. Sorry, I can't help you with that.
Yeah,
Tell me again what's wrong. It's like they just want you to, they're trying to shift everybody to AI. I was like, nah, sometimes you just need to talk to somebody so you can explain it once.
When you call, just push 0. I remember that from my old days in TELUS. If you want to speak to a human being, in most cases when you call and you get that automated or wait for, push 0, and that will be the quickest way in many cases that you'll get an agent if you're being on hold for a long period of time. Want to just also shout out the McMillan Group. Ray and his son, and can't remember the other gentleman's name, had a great conversation, the Money in the Morning. I hope I'm getting that right, Ray. If I'm not, it's my head, not my heart. Every 2 weeks or once, or the second Wednesday of each month. Ray, please forgive me. They hold these great conversations, and they had a great conversation with a travel agent on Wednesday morning, which was really, really interesting.
Oh, is that with Drew? I think Steph and Drew.
Yes, okay. And Ray. Yeah, and it was a great conversation. Really, really, yes. Andrew Stewart. There we go.
So all right. They did Beyond Borders, the power of travel.
It was really, really good and interesting. That this travel agent that's been in the business for many, 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 many years.
Ian Grant was the guest.
Yes.
Cool.
So let's go back to comments here. Got a pile of them here. So JJ Mars says, I assume Canadian TV shows would be different than American TV shows for some reason.
Well, majority of our shows are the American channels.
Yeah, there you go.
Canadian, what is it? TSN, YTV, and City TV, and CP24. There's like 5 and did I say CBC already? Yeah. So, and what, global? So there's not a lot of Canadian channels, at least off the top of my head. Well, most of them are the American stuff.
Yeah, with my IPTV, I get channels from other countries.
Wow, right. But doesn't it become like selection overload when? Because I'll go to my parents' house and they have I don't 1,000 channels.
I save my favorites when I log in. Bang, done. So I don't go in. Like I said, like I said, only have certain programs that I make dedicated time to watch. Other than that, no, I don't. And plus, I'm a little bit of a sports fan, so a lot of times you can catch the highlights online.
That's what I find. Like watching sports live now, it feels like such a time suck. It's like
so long,
2-3 hours. I was like, I'll just catch the 15-minute highlight of the game and I'm good.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, lots of comments coming in. Oh my gosh, they're flying in today.
Because people are looking at their bill. They're like, yo, we got to cancel some stuff on my bill.
All right. Good morning, Fitness IQ Cam. Mignon Cam says IPTV has an app on iOS. She also says Quebec will argue the cancellations as they do with credit reports. I didn't know that. Mignon Cam says JJ Mars, Canadian TV is flooded with American TV shows. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes.
It is. So Frequency Event Promotion says DF Insurance. So it's Andrew Stewart from DF Insurance. Thank you. Also, he says they have conquered 0 when you now pass it and it's voicemail.
Some places, if you hit 0, it doesn't work everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going back to my old days. Going back to my old days when I used to be doing call center work for TELUS Mobility.
Yeah, that used to be the hack.
But not anymore.
They've gotten around it. Wow. And it's like, you press 0, it's like, sorry, I don't understand that command. Please tell me what you're calling for. They want you to talk to this thing. It's like they're very serious about it.
Wow. So JJ Mars says, Mignon Cam, so American TV exports the garbage we see. Yes. As quote of the day.
I was going to say the quote of the year.
The garbage we see. I love that. Oh, all right. Frequency Event Promotion says the mission, conquest, and journey is to cancel the Disney subscription. Now the only reason, don't watch a lot of TV. Yeah, there we go.
It's money coming out that you're not even utilizing.
Mignon Cam says JJ Mars, also Canadian TV is also British TV series. You know what? On the whole, I enjoy. Well, you know what? British television is totally different than North American television. Now, maybe because you're just watching, we're not used to it. But I know people that are just hooked to British drama. Like, there is a show that a friend of mine they watch called Silent Witness. It's a crime drama show. It's been on for about 20 plus years.
Wow.
And when I watch it, I don't watch that often, but when I do, I say, yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
Right.
This is cool.
Yeah.
So Ray lays it down today. No entrepreneurs should be investing time watching sports unless they're businesses sports, in my opinion.
I'm with you.
But you know what? And that's a good thing, because I used to like sports when I was younger, but when I'm being younger, but now I look at the business of sports.
Very true. It's so interesting because you'll watch, let's say, a sporting event, and then somebody wins. But then you watch all the people that come on. These are not fans. These are people involved in
media, cameras,
and everything. You're like, yo, look how many people get paid based on this one event where like maybe 20 people are playing on the field, but there's 200 plus that make it happen and are getting paid off of it.
It's interesting. Okay, we're going to go to a break because this is again, the audience you've brought a lot of good topics, but it's something I listened to a gentleman on YouTube this morning, and it's going to lead to this whole the digitization of content, entertainment, all that. But what we're going to do, we're going to go for a quick break, and then we'll bring that up. But again, family, thank you for driving the conversation as always. We'll be back in about a minute and a half. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Cara, and I am the founder of Planet Efficiency Solutions. We are a boutique consultancy in Southern Ontario, and we help other small businesses with their efficiencies, processes, and sustainability. I met Dr. Vibe through the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce as a participant in their mastermind program, where he was the instructor, and he invited me to be on his program, and it was one of the best experiences I've had doing an interview. Just the way he asked really thoughtful, deep questions, and the way the conversation flowed was very effective, and it allowed me to share a lot of pertinent information about my background and my business and some of the things that I'm doing. So I definitely would recommend anyone who is a business owner or just has a platform that they want to share with people or the community to speak with Dr. Vibe, and had a wonderful experience. Have a wonderful experience like I did. Thank you.
Thank you, Cara. Thank you, Cara. Appreciate that. That is good. So, hey, just resetting November 15th, 2024. A month and a half left in this year. It's going by fast. So coming back to our conversation about canceling digital subscriptions and all those sort of things. I was listening to a gentleman who I listen to periodically and watch on YouTube, and he was talking about the slow death of radio.
Okay.
Because
they said it was supposed to die a while ago, and it's still kicking.
It's still kicking, but he said just the slow death of radio and the rise of podcasts.
Right. Well, if you look at News Talk 1010, it's owned now by iHeartRadio, and they do all the shows as podcasts, so you can get it on demand. So everything's kind of shifting that way, right?
Absolutely. Just out of curiosity, the audience, how many people have Wi-Fi in their car?
Oh, Wi-Fi in it. I don't think I do.
I'm just wondering how many people do.
Gotcha.
I'm just out of curiosity, and actually number of different topics. So, Is anyone planning in the near future to buy an electric car?
Interesting. Some people might not have a choice, because if you're gonna buy something from Toyota, their whole, I think, 2025 lineup is electric or hybrid. So there's no gas combustion vehicles, like purely gas vehicles anymore.
Yeah, because especially with the increased ascent of Elon Musk, he's everywhere.
Right.
I was reading a quick story this morning. The Ontario government just signed a contract with one of Elon Musk's companies.
Okay.
This man is anything. Okay, let's get back to some comments here. The Macmillan Group goes, another change to watch are bank charges. Yes.
Gotcha.
I just cut mine by $20 monthly. I feel so accomplished.
Well, let me tell you. So a lot of times you'll do the like basic bank account, right? So like the core one.
Yeah.
But they will charge you. So I went into RBC and deposited cash, and I see on my bank statement $2.50 in branch cash deposit fee.
What? Oh no.
I had to take a picture and send it to my wife, Cher. I was like, Cher, you won't believe this.
Okay. On Monday, can you send it to me and we got to discuss that. That is out of bounds.
This is insane.
For going into for giving them money, they're charging you
cash money, $2.55. And I totally understand it must be one of the plans I picked where they want you to do more stuff online and at the ATM. But still, that is a crazy charge for just depositing cash.
No, it's a crazy charge because you're giving them money. So the interest,
so imagine
you're giving them money, they're charging, and you get
like, so the money automatically just reduced. Like to put in cash, they take it off the top now, and they're like, yo, I couldn't. And then there was something else. Yeah, it was like 2 charges because I was at the person. It was like a convenience fee and cash deposit fee.
Send this to me. Send me a picture. Monday. Okay, Monday's going to be fire.
So check your accounts, because what your account plan is very important. They are serious about you not doing stuff at the branch if you have a lower account.
So does that add sauce or fire to the term nickel and diming you?
That's where banks know how to make money. They are geniuses at how to just pull fees from everywhere. You're paying them to hold your money. You're paying them to spend your money. You're paying them to deposit money. And then they're taking that money and lending it out and making more interest.
Exactly.
Man, the plan.
Okay, want to catch up on some comments. So, Fitness IQ Chems, golly, a month and a half. I don't know what that's in reference to. Do you?
Okay. Give us some context.
Yeah, this golly, like you have to realize, Fitness IQ, I don't always get a chance to bring up the comments in real time associated to the subject you're.
And sometimes she might be talking to somebody else in the comments.
That's true. And then she goes, no to what?
That's probably the bank stuff.
Okay, all right. Great testimonial. Races, great for Cara Morgan. Yes, Dr. Vibe in the Morning Vine changed me from an introvert to a pseudo extrovert when I did regular conversations. Thank you. Yes. You know what, Ray? I have to get you to do a video testimonial. Thank you. All right. And she says, Bluetooth, you mean? I guess so, but I know there was a time, I remember many years ago, people saying, the car and say, yeah, Wi-Fi is the next big thing. And I have to admit, I haven't mastered like Bluetooth. I have somewhat for calls, but I need someone to teach me, being totally open here, how I can take music from my phone and play it through my Bluetooth system. Don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it's a blessing when it just automatically connects and you just like it can do everything.
I guess I would be storing music on my phone, and when it hits the Bluetooth, I can play it. Well, if someone can help me on that, I'll take you up on the offer.
Well, and the next thing is a lot of the plans now is like unlimited data or 50 gigs.
Yes.
So you don't need the Wi-Fi in the car anymore. You can just use your data.
Well, it's interesting. I'm noticing because I'm shopping around for always looking for better phone plans because the companies are always looking to
Yes.
get because they want to reduce their churn, as we say in the industry. They always are looking to see if they can get you on better programs. So it's been in my mind. I've been doing a little pseudo research online with my cell phone company to see because I've had the same company for over 20 years.
Gotcha.
So I'm
And
gonna
you check in like now. Black Friday deals might be coming up. That'd be a good time.
Okay, so here we go. When is Black Friday?
Is it today?
I have no idea.
It must be next week because it's usually the November Thanksgiving for the U.S. So JJ Mars, when's Thanksgiving? Is Thanksgiving?
Well, Thanksgiving is next week in the U.S.
So it would be the Friday, the 22nd then.
Okay. Well, and I've always found it interesting that we are regarded as Black people. Black Friday is regarded as a good thing, but a lot of times people don't think Black people are good things. Well, hold on. So again, and financially, when you're good financially, they say you're in the black. You're in the black.
Well, and that's where the two histories of it is that one, people say like, oh, they used to call it Black Friday because that's when they sold Black people like on the block. And then the other people say like, no, they call it Black Friday because it helps people get out of the red into the black by doing that big deal. So I mean, both might be true. So
okay, so our assistant producers told us Black Friday is Friday, November 29th, which is because Thanksgiving is later in Canada and the US this year.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, that seems super late.
Yeah. But so okay, let's get to some more comments here. I saw an interesting comment. Here we go. Mignon Camp says, don't own a car. Is Wi-Fi on TTV, but they're still phasing. Oh, TTC. You're saying TTC, but they're phasing it out with cell phones working in TTC subways. Yeah, I heard that. And the TTC, for those people who are not Torontoistic, that's the Toronto Transit Commission. So they're saying they're looking to phase it out on buses and subways. Interesting. So Mignon Cam corrected saying TTC. Macmillan Group says nope. I like the roar of engines and horsepower. Yes, I know Ray loves his engines and horsepower. He's a big, so I know that
a 2020 or 2023 car is going to become vintage by like next year because you're not going to be able to get a gas powered car. It's like going to be an antique and hard to get.
So Fitness IQ Cam says, hello, hi. Do you realize that EV isn't wise in Canada? Why do you say that?
Tell us more.
Yes. Fitness IQ Cam says, yes, bank charges are outrageous. They're out of bounds. They're not outrageous. They're out of bounds.
And they know they have to leverage.
Oh, yeah. Mignon Cam says, I have a basic account, $3.95, limited 12 transactions of them. So I have to add it in about another $10 for fees.
Right, because 12 transactions and then you go over and they're dinging you. Usually it's like $2, sometimes $2.50 just to do a transaction.
To put money in there. Holy man. Wow. Okay. Fitness IQ says, yes, something about depositing an ATM is a charge if you have the bank account where you are mostly doing thing online.
Okay.
So Mignon Cam says, so I have a link. I have to link accounts to make the transfer fees less. There is an art in keeping your basic account under its basic amount.
Also having multiple different bank accounts just to move money and keep
shell game. The Macmillan Group
I know, right?
The Macmillan Group says you should get 12 transactions per month free based on institution. I used to have a premium account, but I no longer need that level of banking.
Exactly.
Fitness IQ Cam says, ideally, you need folks to e-transfer you more.
Yes. And that is for like business owners too, because if you're paying a lot of these credit card transaction fees, people e-transferring you don't pay any fee.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's a funny thing because sometimes I do e-transfer stuff. Sometimes I get charged. Sometimes I don't get charged.
But that's sending it though. not receiving it. Yeah,
right.
so receiving it, you shouldn't get charged. But yeah, sending it, and some good accounts, who does it free?
So again, we're talking
Simply Financial.
Yeah, we're talking from a Canadian
Financial
perspective here, family. So those who are watching on the U.S., check your financial institutions. Maybe actually another thing too. The next time that Wayne Harris comes on, maybe we'll get him to talk about that too, because that's up his laneway. I'm not going to say alley, laneway.
And it took me a long time to realize Interact was a Canadian thing. Because when we had Dr. George Frazier come up and we were gonna send him, and it's like, oh, can I just e-transfer you? This is like 3 years ago. He's like, what's that? But then like they do Cash App and Venmo.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Venmo.
Like, but that Cash App, you can't use it with Canadian accounts.
Yeah, it's really funny that you can't use it with Canadian. So Mini on Cam says Fitness IQ Cam TD charges on e-transfers on the basic account. And then Fitness IQ Cam says Bond TD.
That session, we should actually figure out how to determine the best bank account to bank at. There needs to be one that checks all the boxes, and we can say this is where people should go. Because right now, RBC has quirks, TD has quirks. Scotiabank, I've never even banked with them. I know my parents did. So
I'll see if Mr. Harris, the next time he's on, may do a little section on that. I know he may have a main topic, but certainly that would be good. So Fitness IQ said you said a month and a half for 2024. Yeah, exactly. But individuals like myself and Ryan and probably Ray and probably you, Fitness, we're already 2025 focused. 2025 focus, big time. All right. The Macmillan Group says, I have a winner. I went to a bank here in Jacksonville, Florida, to get some money, and they discovered they were cashless. A cashless bank, unreal. And you know something? No, you know what?
How does that even work?
You know what? I think there's a cashless bank in the area that I live in. Believe it or not.
So they have no ATM either?
I think you know what? Let me just I'm just gonna
so broken. I know there's a CIBC nearby where there's no teller. There's nothing you can do with
that's okay. That's right? What I think it is. That's
and they're like, oh, anything you need, go to the machine. Here, I'll help you go to the machine.
Yes, no, that's what I was talking about. There's an RBC Royal Bank of Canada location. Right. 10 minutes drive. The only people there are dealing with accounts and things like you can't get money from them. If you want to get money from them, there's a machine just around. That's what you get. Yeah, So people be ready. The day may you go into a bank and say, "Oh, I want to withdraw this," so go, "Okay, there you go."
They point you. It's like at the grocery store. They're just pointing you to the automatic checkout now.
Okay, I got to hold on because there was a whole bunch of comments I was going to look at here, and I had them highlighted, and now they're not. So I've got to. Okay, I'm back a little bit here. Okay, so here we go. So Mini on Cam says, I had a driver who brought his Rogers internet box into his car and plugged it in. What?
Okay. Also, they had the screen like for passengers. That's good. I like that.
All right. The Macmillan Group goes, not Bluetooth, some cars with Wi-Fi. GM was the first to do it in their Cadillac line. Okay. Minion Cam correct says, the Friday after Thanksgiving is Black Friday. So Black Friday's after. She goes, Black Friday's after U.S. Thanksgiving. And she also tells us that it's on Friday, November 29th, which is later than usual.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Wow.
Yeah, so let me just catch up on a few things here. But this is what I love when we do our freestyle. We just take a topic, we drill on it, and then the family takes over. So they got all their perspectives to deal with us. So just let me do something here. Okay, we're back on board here. So we've got, okay. So Mignon Camp says Black Friday is an accounting thing for business to sell more product. Yes, and a lot of times with retailers, they are selling product that they can't get rid of, or they're slow movers to get out of there. And check especially if you're looking in the world of electronics, see the product they're selling, go online and see how old it is. When was the product released? Well, and all depends too. If you're looking for a certain product, if it's old but it suits your needs, go for it. get it. You don't always have to have.
Is this where like Black Friday has lost its sting because of these online shopping stores like Temu, Shine, what's the other one? Wayfair. Everything is discounted all year, like crazy.
This is my thought process. If you are a smart shopper, you don't have to go anywhere near on Black Friday. And there's a lot of online auction sites that are out there. Like for myself, like I'd say most of the consumer buying that it's like if it's I do a fair amount of consumer buying on online auction sites. So for example, a number of weeks ago, I wanted to get a new 32-inch monitor, 4K. So, and again, and also too, patience is a big thing too. So if you're not in a rush, you can wait for the right time. So one of the sites I deal with regularly, so they had an auction. So the retail price of this monitor, and this is brand new, sealed in a box, retail price is $400. I got it for $165.
Black Friday.
No, it wasn't a Black. No, this is not,
like that's like a Black Friday deal, right?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Black Friday.
I don't need it. So you got to be smart. Always do your research. And I know there's sites out there that if you're a person on Amazon, you can go to the sites and say, oh, what, it will tell you how long it's been on Amazon, the highest price has been, the lowest price. I don't do too much through Amazon. Actually, the last time I do buy books via Amazon, used books through Amazon. It's worth it. All right. So Macmillan Group says Black Friday has already started in my hood. It has been starting since right after Halloween. Oh my gosh.
So it's like just the deals month, right?
Right. So there's the word consumer. What's the first three letters? Con and sum. They're conning you to assuming. All right. Mignon Cam says, move your bank account. There's no free accounts that have unlimited account. Okay.
Hey, you gotta name them. We're gonna make a list.
Yeah,
do the star system or the rating S class, A class for the banks.
Mignon Camp says the 1095 bank package is 25 transactions and includes free e-transfers with Interact. Who's providing that? Who's providing that? So Macmillan Group goes in the U.S. We have Cash App and Zelle. Yeah, but they don't. You can't use it in Canada. I've heard of both. You can't use it in Canada. I was there's a business owner who I'm assisting, and she wanted to take a course, and she spoke with the guy and they were right there. And then when she wanted to do payments, the credit card company doesn't accept Canadian.
Damn, look at that.
Right. So Mignon Camp says like Cash App is only in America and the UK. And she says, okay. And she goes, banking is what I talk about in my budget videos on my channel.
Nice.
Also says U.S. vendors are normally you have to do PayPal or wire transfer. PayPal's still there.
Yeah, PayPal I was used to. Cash App always seemed so shady. The way I don't know, it was just like, just Cash App it to me. I was like,
okay, so pop quiz for everybody. Who was one of the co-founders of PayPal?
Hey, and there's multiple answers, and they're very involved in this last election. There's two of them.
Yep. People, we'll see if you put in the comments section. And in fact, both individuals were involved in, and one's now really, really involved in the last UX election, but also the upcoming new government in the U.S. We've mentioned his name already in the chat, by the way. Okay, so we got wild venture transfer, we got banking, and being on disability is our skill set. Okay. Tim Frey, good morning. You are on my alleged mind, Mr. Frey. Myself and Mr. Knight had a conversation about you earlier this week, and I tried to call you. I didn't leave a voicemail message, but I'm going to see by today or tomorrow, text message. We want to have another conversation with you, Mr. Frey. And you probably know what it's about. It's what continuing the conversation we had about, was it a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago? So get ready. Macmillan Group goes, wire transfers are also an option for transferring large amounts. Transfers are done the same day now and can be done from a phone also. That's another question. How many people are comfortable banking on phone?
I've never gotten used to that. Only once. Oh, actually, I only call when I can't get into my online banking. That's the only time I'll call.
Do you do online banking via your phone?
Yes.
I'm hesitant on. I've only had to do it one or two. I just
Really, online. I prefer that more than ATMs, tellers. Yeah, only the teller. Like I need to do a bank draft or a transfer, a wire transfer. But everything else, and CIBC, you can do wires on the online banking, so don't even have to go in.
Now here's another interesting take, folks. There's an organization I'm a member of. Again, we'll remain nameless. That their annual membership, you have to pay by check.
Oh my goodness. So when we first got our house, they requested post-dated checks. And I'm like, we don't have a checking account. So we had to open a checking account just to do.
You're kidding me.
And then finally we were able to get them to do the direct withdrawal. I was like, who? And you have to buy checks. Like it's $40.
Yeah, and I'm going, I ain't gonna use these 50 in my life. So I end up having to do a money order, which is a cost, but I'm going check.
And that one, like for a money order, you have to go to the place, get them to create. I'm like, yo, just headache.
But there are benefits for me being part of this organization. So I look at the bigger picture, but I'm going, money order, check. I'm going, why don't you do e-transfer? But hey, the more I know, the less they
money is coming out from the same account. So I don't understand where some people say, oh, we can't send an e-transfer. We have to send a check. It's like, what? It just causes, because now you have to wait for it in the mail, make sure that they put the name on the check properly, that the name has to match the name on your bank account. Because for me, my name is Ryan Knight, but people might see my LinkedIn and put Ryan
Oneil Knight.
And then I can't cash a check. It's madness. And the bank has no flexibility.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I've left banks because of that issue where people will write a check and it's off by a bit and they won't be flexible. I'm like, sorry, close my account. I can't deal with this.
Yeah, but so this just signifies more. If you have to deal with a bank, have a good relationship, have a good person at that bank to deal with. Like I've been dealing with the same banking company for years, and the branch I started with doesn't exist anymore, but there's one as actually closer to me now. Whenever I go in there, the lineups are so long. And I still, like, if I need to see a business advisor, I'll go there. But I go to another branch, which is 5 minutes more of a drive away. There's hardly anyone there. So for me, it's worth my time. Like that
5-minute drive is saving you half an hour.
Time. So Finance IQ goes, that's a great topic. I've been wanting to do a topic of different accounts from now. So I will request to see if Mr. Harris will come in and chat about that. I know he'll drop it down proper.
It would be so amazing to get a rep from each bank and have them all pitch to the Black community. Why should we bank with you? Because until PACU, the Pan-African Credit Union, is ready, we need.
That's a good topic.
Yeah, that'd be
a good round table. That'd be a good round. She goes, no, and then Fitness IQ goes, normally I would, but I'm dealing with my family at the moment. So is that a topic that you can't cover right now? Well, we'll get Wayne to talk about it. We'll get to Wayne. Okay. So Macmillan Group goes, credit unions are your best option.
Hey,
you are a member, not a customer.
Right.
So their fees and service charges are usually much better. Downside, limited range of use, especially if you travel internationally.
Okay, gotcha. Because I'm a big fan. I mean, we have Meridian and Alterna, and also we got our mortgage through Duca Credit Union.
Wow.
So credit unions are a big part of our family and our businesses. But like with Detail Ignites, still have RBC and also Alterna. So CIBC, that was my first bank account ever. So 1992, I've been banking with CIBC. So yeah, there's like history with each of them.
All right. So Office of Tim Frey says cashless banks equals digital platforms, money service providers like Wise. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Minion Camp says, as a kid, we would go to Dufferin Mall because we're told it's cheaper. So shopping, yes. Buying or shopping. So she also says that's 1095 with 25 transactions is TD, but you can't just bank anywhere. You need to know your personal needs. Fitness IQ, no. Fitness IQ Camp goes Elon and
that's one
frequency event. Yeah. So Elon was one of the co-founders, and Musk was one of the co-founders of PayPal.
Yeah, but that other guy, so Peter Thiel,
yes, he put in
very involved.
Yes,
especially with this the vice president now,
yes.
JD Vance. Apparently, he's been like placing him in so many different careers and now he's gotten like close to the top job.
So, if anyone thinks there isn't corruption in government,
that is like proof in the pudding of how somebody can just be placed. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Macmillan Group goes, I'm 50-50 phone and computer, but my preference is a branch. Yeah, I like to go into a branch.
Really?
I like to go into a branch. I do.
But is that like even just for withdrawing money? Like you'd rather go to the branch?
Yeah, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't, because it develops a relationship and rapport. So people like, so it's funny because for my business account, it's always fun because, especially with new tellers at the branch right now, they go, "Wow, that's a cool name. What's your company all about?" So it gives me a chance to be curious. And they go, "Man, that's so cool, man. That's so cool." But we always, there's one young gentleman, whenever I'm waiting like he'll put up his hand like this. I go, "I'm not your teacher. It's not a classroom. You don't have to put your hand up." But it's just so Minion Camp says I need a privacy screen on my phone before I think about banking on it. Ooh. Okay. She also says I still have my first set of checks from Tangerine. I think I have to shred them now. Keep one as a collector's item.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Tim Frey says I've been online banking since 2020. Even my bank sent me a checking processing machine for large check deposits from my business. But it's attached to my that's nice. So Tim, do you print money too?
Right? I was like, the mint of Tim.
Yeah. The mint of Tim. Frequency event promotions goes, it's probably best for banking. Minion Cam says people say you get better relationship from credit unions. What's your experience, Ryan?
Well, I definitely know the branch managers at each of the credit unions. I don't know the branch managers at the big banks that we bank with.
Yeah, I don't. I've never had a relationship with, and like again, the previous location of the bank I never got. But the business manager who I deal with, whenever I'm in there, and she was, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" etc. They're always willing. She's always willing to help me. Like the business account managers are always willing to help out. Again, developing that relationship. Fitness. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I want to start meeting with the leaders of the Black Entrepreneur Loan Programs at each bank. So that's been my mission, to find out who the actual director in charge and having
managers. That portfolio. Yeah, right? That'd be a good catch.
We should actually get them on the show to talk.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Right. Fitness IQ goes, Ryan, that dilemma happens to me. I forgot to put my middle name on my bank, and they were asking me to say my name, and I had to say my first and last. It was like WTH, but I realized they wanted my middle.
Right. Oh man.
Okay.
Worse is when they check my signature, and I did my signature card 10 years ago, and so they're like, your signature is not exactly, you have to do it again. I was like, yo, what the hell? How did I sign it 10 years ago? And they won't show it to me. So
I've always had a messy signature. And when I sign things, people go, man, that can't be duplicated. I go, that's right. That's why I do it. It can't be duplicated. Okay, so question from Frequency Event Promotions, and maybe you can update us. What is going on with Paku?
I was asking myself that last night. I was in bed and I'm like, I haven't heard much from PACU. So for those that don't know what PACU stands for, it's the Pan-African Credit Union that is being started to support banking in the Black community. It's been since 2021.
Yeah,
I think
like
it's been
we
going.
had that gentleman on a long. I'm just thinking, how long ago did we have him on?
So we definitely need to get an update. I know they had done their application to FISRA, which is the financial body that approves new banking institutions or credit unions, and then they had to resubmit because of the interest rate going crazy. It caused their projections to be off. So I know they had to resubmit, but would love to get an update on that for sure. So I will be back with an update on that in our next episode.
Good stuff. And just want to catch up. So people who are melanated, who are live or on replay, do you or would you bank at a Black-owned bank?
And I'm curious for Ray, who's in Jacksonville, how many, because there's a lot more Black-owned banks in the US. Is there one that you bank with, Ray?
Well, why are you putting Ray on blast like that?
I'm curious. Yeah, because it would be interesting to know if there's...
Like you're putting Ray on blast. Okay. All right, getting back to the comments. Frequency of Promotion says Peter Thiel had a great book, 0 to 1.
Yeah, so he has his hands in the mix. It's crazy.
And yeah, boy, here we go. So the Macmillan Group says the relationship, Ryan, each bank has an authorized lending limit, which allows you to get, quote, favors done.
Gotcha.
Mignon Kansas, I could definitely talk about the challenges on being on disability in banking. Many of them live in overdraft or they are unbanked. Wow.
Right. Especially that overdraft, then you're getting charged more for not having money. It's like so backwards how banks use overdraft and those NSF fees. Yeah.
The fees don't play, man. Okay. Let's go here to some more comments. Oh, yeah. Mignon Camp says, yes, the signature card. Mine has changed since I've been diagnosed with MS. Macmillan Group goes also, I started banking online in 98 when it was first introduced as an employee of a major bank. They shifted, quote, broke, unquote, folks online and rolled out the in-branch red carpet for the, quote, wealthy, unquote. Oh,
interesting. Look at that perspective.
Interesting.
Dig into that.
Says sometimes they send out emails to who? What emails to who? Okay. And look, it's in the house. Good morning, family.
Yes,
Roger Dundas.
Congratulations on your award with your wife and business partner Camille Dundas.
Yes, got a big.
I think it was a food, or it was something about food, but what they were doing at Blackalicious, the Black Food Restaurant Week.
Restaurant Week, yeah.
I didn't catch who that organization was. I have to look again.
Okay. Frequency Event Promotion says, did you see the Tyson right hand slap? Yeah, he's fighting tonight against some guy. Did he slap somebody?
Oh my goodness. I did not see that.
Okay. The Macmillan Group goes, no Black-owned banks to my knowledge in local geographic area. And that's going to be interesting to see. Will there be any more Black-owned banks in America with the current political and economic climate?
Well, they all might get sued based on this guy said anybody that's facing inequity from institutions trying to support
no, he is basically saying that there is what's oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. He's basically saying that racism against whites in the what's the term I'm looking for? It's used against melanated people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
With the DEI thing?
No, but there's there's okay, hold on. So Dr. Tachi says, hello all. Good morning, Dr. Tachi.
Hey,
Roger Dundas says the Foodism Icon DEI Award.
Right.
And Frequency of Air Promotions goes SMH, shake my head. But no, he made an announcement about, he basically said he's clawing back. What about ism? No, so Dr. Tachi, your elected president
God.
He reversed a bunch of initiatives, and there was oh my gosh, I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm trying to remember. He basically said, so basically what you're going to see in the United States going forward is that any educational institutions that are teaching critical race theory, all that, he's going to withdraw all their funding.
Wow, this is intense.
Like
And I think if they were doing admissions with DEI lenses,
gone.
gonna,
He's gonna pull the funding from all of them. He's saying
right,
it's what they're doing is anti-American. That's what he said. The anti. Okay. Frequency Event Promotion says, have a great weekend show. Dr. Tachi says, he is not my president. Lizards can't lead. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Listen,
oh, my
he
goodness.
is a puppet because he's already out parroting what the powers that be want him to say. Like, and these are things that were not mentioned, not so you can see that the back agenda, so the real agenda now is coming out. So next 4 years, somebody's agenda is getting played out. It's not, I'm telling people, it's not Donald Trump's agenda. He does not care about this stuff.
It's his base's agenda.
Not even his base. Poor white people don't care about DEI at Harvard University. So somebody that is pulling the strings is now getting their agenda out.
And okay, hold on. I'm just trying to see, man. I'm just trying to find it because it was a really interesting conversation. Let me just see if I can find it. No, I can't, unfortunate. But yeah, reparations for white victims of injustice. So 45, who's now 47, wants reparations for white people.
Wow. Hey, they've done it before. When slavery was abolished, slave owners got reparations for the loss of their property, which was black people. So this is not new. This is what America is built off of. Like, their foundation is this man in a person. So this true agenda now that's getting rolled out is an American type agenda. There is people fighting against it, but I'm telling you,
they ain't gonna get anywhere.
This is 100 million they said voted for this guy. That is a third of the population, like the entire population.
But even more so, and Minion Cam says CNBC has a news story on companies quitting DI initiatives. That's old. That's been happening for a while now.
Well, now they have to. You can't even keep this stuff.
Well, this thing
doctors can't do abortions without getting arrested, and companies can't do DEI without getting sued. This is what is rolling out. So congrats to all those black men and whoever voted for this guy, because it was showing the numbers were not small. So there's a good amount of people in the black community that voted for this man, and now you're seeing the true agenda.
Well, as Roland Martin says, the hashtag "We told you so." So when people start complaining, people are gonna say hashtag "We told you so." Okay.
And Don Lemon likes the hashtag F around and find out. He keeps saying the thing, F around and find out.
The Macmillan Group goes, agreed, Ryan. The agenda may be that of his large financial sponsors. White, poor, middle class America is clueless and they have no agenda.
This has nothing to do with them, but they're with this guy like in a cultish way, like they will not budge, but he is doing nothing for them. Like, if they don't see that, and it doesn't even matter anymore. He got the votes; he can do anything he wants.
So here's the real kicker, though. One of his key campaign promises is tariffs.
What is that going to do with the people that are trying to buy stuff at a lower cost?
Right, because tariffs. So when tariffs happen, most of the time, what happens to prices?
That's going to become a line item on your receipt now. You're going to see, I hope they call it the Trump tax, so people can actually see companies have to charge another tax that they're getting from their suppliers in order to get products in. what long term they want to see is, okay, companies would say, you know what, it's more expensive to import it, so I might as well get it from local. And if that is even, then that might have an actual positive thing if people can develop manufacturing in house. But the gap between how cheap something is in China to how much it costs to produce in America, the tariff would have to be like 500%.
So, and this goes back many years ago, and I think it's still on YouTube. Frontline, which is a show on PBS, great documentary show. Frontline, very good. They did and this thing goes back to, I think, the 1990s. They did a episode called "Is Walmart Good for America?"
Okay.
And the thing is, so to paraphrase, so what happened back, and I don't know if this company exists anymore. People, did anyone remember a company called Rubbermaid?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so this goes back years and years ago. Way back, Rubbermaid went to Walmart wanting to propose new products. Walmart said they're too expensive for our clientele. What did Walmart tell them? Go get it manufactured in China. So here's the funny case. Tariffs. The problem is the American average wage, even if you take into account the cost it takes to make in China and the transportation over to American consumer, is still lower than the wages in America to make the same product.
Well, this is they did it to themselves.
Exactly.
America, right? Like they shifted and again, China is one example. They shifted it to Mexico. They shifted it anywhere else to get it done cheaper. Call centers are overseas now. To shift that all back, it's gonna.
And like you said, Ryan, they got caught because the amount of consumerism, right? We get things cheap, but on the other hand, less people being employed, and on top of that, now with the whole bringing of AI reducing employment numbers. It is so, and people who are watching in Canada, don't hold your head in the sand, because whatever happens in the United States, we're gonna get it. Exactly. So I see
watch the tariff that might hit Canada.
Oh next. Yeah,
we're right next there.
Prices are gonna go up in Canada if he puts in this tariff. Prices it's only and it's actually gonna cause a world economic downfall. Because if America suffers, other people may suffer. Other countries will probably suffer.
I hope Africa is watching, because they need to figure out how to start manufacturing stuff and be an alternative.
Ryan, I'm sorry, it's too late. China already has it locked down.
But this is why I'm saying it, because America is attacking China. So while they're getting attacked, alternatives should be popping up to say, like, you know what? If we build favor with the US and they want to import stuff and want it at a certain price, there should be other countries around the world that are looking at, okay, what can we manufacture to start taking market share from China? Well, China should not have 90% market share.
This is where BRICS is going to come in the near future.
Well, I think Brazil backed out, didn't they?
I didn't know about that.
Somebody, or India. I think one of the big players backed out, but I'll confirm that for our next meeting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so catch up with comments. Good morning, Opal Inspired. Follow her on YouTube. She says, do you mean affirmative action? No, I said the phrase. And
well, affirmative action is what is people going to get people sued. So
yeah,
but way he's wording it.
What was the term that I took a while for me to remember?
Reparations.
Reparations for white people.
God.
Reparations. You got the president of the United States saying, basically, it's reparations for white people. So here's my question. Now it makes it interesting, because the next comment, Fitness IQ goes, it was more Latino men than black men. Yes. So I would love, you know what, if I could, and maybe Ray, you're in the United States, I'd like to know what in a year and a half's time, what Latino men think about the presidency of the United States, the president of the United States. They definitely voted for him in large numbers. And so Shirley Josma, good morning, Shirley. And then Dr. Ty says, people are already finding out. Yep. And got was it Robert Kennedy Jr.? Now, some of the cabinet appointments. Oh my God. Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, accused of being a pedophile. And very interesting. When he got his proposed nomination, he resigned being a senator.
Listen, we have to remember Donald Trump is very tied into what was happening with Epstein. It seems people don't care. But if you start to see a lot of alleged or accused pedophiles, do not be shocked. I feel like he has a manila envelope on everybody because that's the only way they would put this guy in.
Fitness IQ says that had voted though. Don't know what you mean. You got to tell me. Mignon Camp says companies quitting DI published out 2 days ago from different news sources. Yeah, that has been going on.
Getting sued. It's gonna be a lot of companies that are shut it down.
Oh yeah, of course. And so Dr. Jai says the tariffs will increase the cost of everyday things for people. Some things maybe, but not so much. But other things significantly. So if you're a fan of consumer electronics, I would buy them now.
I want people that are running companies to put Trump tax on the receipts so people see, just like how he took credit for signing the stimulus checks when COVID was happening.
Yeah.
Put Trump tax on the receipt so all of America sees what they signed up for. Because that can be a direct correlation. There's no getting around it. If tariffs go up, China's charging that to suppliers. Suppliers should put that on the receipt.
Dr. Chachi says, I think the issue is the American attitude toward work when it comes to manufacturing. Look at all the problems they have had with companies like GM, etc.
Yeah,
interesting. We've got Mignon Camp says, I still have 2 Rubbermaid containers.
Does it say made in China underneath?
Ooh, that'd be interesting to know. So, Mignon Camp, tell us. Okay, next up. Indeed, Dr. Tachi says, people need to realize that it's these large companies like Walmart that are getting things manufactured abroad. Even that lizard had one of his line of things manufactured in China. So she goes, yeah. So Mignon Cam goes, this is why they keep pushing for UBI. I don't know what UBI.
Universal Basic Income.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. Dr. Chachi says, where is Africans have to stop worshiping Europe first? The raw materials are coming from us. No place else has it. Exactly.
So imagine
these things, a lot of the major things in these things come from Africa. Next up, Scott Greaves says the U.S. Welcome back again, Scott. Good to have you back. He says the U.S. dollar is a world reserve currency. Any economic issues they will pale in comparison to other countries, especially Canada. That's what I'm saying.
They have the buffer to handle this stuff.
Yep. And then Dr. Tachi says it won't matter. In a year and a half time, he will ship them back to where they came from. He's talking about the Latino men, even if they were born here. Whoa, Dr. Chachi's going
what the guy said. He said, hey, the parents of children that were born here are going back together.
You're kidding.
So he said, because the lady asked him, like, oh, what would you do with parents and the children, separating them? He's like, no, we're going to send them together. So those that think that they're safe, I'm telling you, it's all unveiling. Everybody that he's putting in place are loyal soldiers that will do whatever this agenda is. So they're all going to be weird picks, like when looking outside in, but they're very strategic. These are not by accident stuff.
Okay. The Macmillan Group says, Dr. Tachi gave you your answer, Dr. Vibe. They're in for a huge surprise. Scott Greaves, you are all losing your minds over 45. Wait till Polyev wins a supermajority and vaporizes all social programs. I'm seeing that happening. I'm seeing that. I'm not losing my mind. I'm just dealing with reality. Tony Benzino, we have new people here. Interesting. Elections definitely reveal just how many people in this country cling to outdated, fascist, chauvinistic, and backward ideals. Okay. Mignon Camp says one of the Rubbermaid complainers says what made in the USA. The other one only said, so she went and looked at you.
Thank you for checking. Yes.
No, so my suggestion, and it all really says, take care of your own house, regardless of what political party, what they're doing. You got to take care of your own self, because let's put it this way: the politicians are taking care of themselves.
Absolutely.
They're not
their agenda.
Yeah, they're not really taking care of you. Really and truly, they come around during election time, get your vote, and then for another few years, you don't see them.
Yes.
Okay, so Ray says Thatcher attempted the same thing in the UK in the 1980s, wanted to remove citizenship if your grandparents weren't British by birth.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
And then she realized that her grandparents were immigrants. They like to say stuff that is like contradictory to their own path into, and again, I don't know if Thatcher's parents were immigrants or grandparents. I'm just saying a lot of times Americans create things about immigrants that would apply to them based on how they came in, or their parents or grandparents or the founding fathers came in. So it's very rich how they have everybody that is here, and this is for people that were immigrants that voted for Trump that are talking ill about new immigrants. It's like once you get in and you get your placement, then all of a sudden you're against immigration. So it's really not fair.
Well, interesting too. Does anyone know the name Stephen Miller? I wonder if anyone in the chat knows the name Stephen Miller. Okay, McMillan Group has a comment here. Agreed. Focus on your own money bag. 100%. All these politicians are super wealthy on both sides of the border. They focus on self and wealth preservation. And that's what you need to, I agree. That's what you got to do. Right? Yeah. Those who have their wealth and house in order, they don't care who's in government because they're fine. This is just my thought process. We in North America live in a capitalistic democracy. Democracy, a capitalistic democracy.
Absolutely.
Right? Capitalistic. Hey, Ryan, another Ryan. The prophecy regarding immigration is ridiculous. Yeah, it is. It's crazy because, another thing we don't realize, the wife of the vice president-elect is South Asian.
Yep.
So again, it just shows the different values on human beings because, and I know there was some pushback from a few people in the MAGA saying J.D. Vance's wife is not white.
Okay.
But hey, it's okay.
That's where, yeah.
Okay, okay. I don't understand your comment here, Tony. You said, is the past senator of policy? I don't understand that. I need more clarity on that. I don't know what you mean by that. So if you can retype your comment, because we love to have you, all of you, in the conversations, as long as they're respectful. If they're not respectful, we ain't going to put them on. If you're really bad, oh boy. But yeah, I think this tariff thing is going to be really interesting. Okay, Stephen Miller. He was a member of 45's administration, was the master planner of this immigration to get rid of, everybody out. He's back.
Gotcha. No surprise there.
He's back. And so here's the interesting thing. 45, who's going to be now 47, the people he is wanting in his cap. Okay. Oh, yes. So Tony Benzino says, you asked who is Stephen Miller, who he was. Yeah, he was basically the brainchild of the deportation policy.
Gotcha.
The proposed deportation policy of the first 45 administration did not go through. Now people have to realize. So people say, well, he wasn't even. Okay, so Tim Frey says Stephen Miller is an American political figure known as a role as senior advisor to the former 45, particularly in shaping the immigration policy. 100%. Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's back. But see, the people may realize, well, he ain't going to do it. He didn't do it before. Remember, that was when his first term, Republican, well, I'm going to say MAGA president, the Senate was Democratic majority. And then the Republicans, I'll say Republicans, not MAGAs, were in the House of Representatives. But now in America, at the three major levels of government, all same party, and the Supreme Court, the majority of judges are Republican based. So you basically have totalitarianism.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right across the
whatever
board.
they want to put through as
Right?
a high probability of getting through.
And you're gonna hear from, like, if anything that's controversial, if anyone gets asked about it in a major areas of America, well, the people have given us a mandate. You're gonna hear that. The people have given us a mandate. So there's that old song, what you see is what you get.
True.
But the real challenge is it's what you don't see of what you're gonna get.
And there's a guy that came on, and I apologize, I don't remember his name, but the lady asked him, I think it was on Fox too, like, oh, what about Republicans that might vote against what you're doing? He said, listen, anybody that votes against, we are going to do what we can to get them out.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but
no, they will.
They ain't playing.
See, this is one thing you have to, okay, Tony Benzino says, is it true or a rumor incoming president is getting rid of the Department of Education? Yep.
Well, that's going to be Robert Kennedy Jr.'s.
No. Robert Kennedy's health. And no,
health? Okay, so
he is. And actually, he hasn't named someone who's going to head up. I don't know if he's named anyone who's going to, but yes, he is going to get rid. He has said that during his campaign. Wow. Definitely the Department of Education at the government level will be gone.
Damn. Yeah.
So it's going to be pushed on all to the states to handle education. And there's a lot of programs that are federally administered that will be either gone or it'll be total thing. So I'm waiting to see all of this. I think also, again, living in Canada, what are the repercussions? Because it could be a big setback for Mr. Poilievre if all these things 45 brings in, and he's also a supporter of 45. A lot of Canadians ain't gonna like that, but it'll be interesting to see, will we have the same sort of divide in the next upcoming federal election as there was in the most recent American presidential election? Gotcha.
Hey, to be seen.
I don't know.
My apologies. I did have.
Yeah, you were supposed to be gone a long time ago. So you know what? Thanks for hanging out longer than usual. For people, if you want to get a hold of Ryan, that's where you can do that. We will see him back on Monday. Right now, we have another freestyle on Monday. So if there's anything you want to bring to the table on Monday, Ryan's gone. He just left. Anything you want to bring to the table on Monday, load up and bring into the chat on Monday. So also, if you want to get a hold of myself, these are all the different places that you can get a hold of me at. The drvibeshow.com, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, The Dr. Vibe Show, Instagram at the drvibeshow, X/Twitter at drvibeshow, email dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. As always, we want to make sure you do this too. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. And also like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And yeah, share it out. We'd like to hit 1,600 subscribers. Hey, can we do that in the next week? Love to see if we can do that in the next week. Also, to advertise your business, product, or service on our show, please email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And finally, join the Discord group. And hold me accountable to start posting replays in the Discord group, all right? And you can watch replays of this epic conversation on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn under the Dr. Vibe Show, Afro Caribbean Business Network on Facebook, and Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube. So we got a few last comments, and then we're going to make it happen here. So let me just do that. And let's see, a few last comments. Here we go. Tony says, this is so crazy. So what about the students who are currently on grants and scholarships? Good question. Really good question. I will see if I can do some research and then come back on Monday, since we have a Freestyle Monday coming up. I'll find out what the potential impact will be, or at least put some links in the Discord group. Dr. Tachi says, cheers, Ryan. Ryan is up, but she says, cheers. Ryan, the other Ryan says, great show, Dr. Vibe. Miss you. And he also says, you will absolutely hit 1,600 subscribers very soon. Name it and claim it. Love it. Thank you so much. All right. So this is how we close it down. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions and aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And remember, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And Scott says here, Polyev will win by a record majority. Bet. I don't bet. The only thing I bet on, the only thing I bet on is seeing myself in the mirror when I look at it. All right, but as that gets closer, we'll start, maybe start to see if any people want to come on and talk about the upcoming Canadian election. Going to be interesting. So as always, God bless, peace to all, keep the faith, walk good. If you're around on the weekend, prime time Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night, and then Black Canada Talking, 5 p.m. on Sunday. All right? God bless, peace to all, keep the faith, walk good, and thanks everyone for hanging out with us. It's appreciated and not taken for granted.